This is match Javar and student ID TRE 1600 3622, and this is my practical team A1 Resub. So, there are two sports I chose, which are football and netball, and this is football. So, rules. There are many different types of fouls and ways of being penalised in football. These include a foul on an opposition player, which may be using excessive force to bring down a player and not win the ball. Handling the ball, apart from the goalkeeper obviously. A high foot, which is raising your foot too high to where it may hit an opposition player in the head, therefore endangering the player, and also violent conduct will result in a free kick or penalty, depending where it is on the pitch, and most commonly it will result in a red card as well. Violent conduct may include headbutting, spitting, stamping, and raising your hands towards someone's face or neck, and doing or intending to do damage to them. There are many different player positions in football, but only 11 of them can be used at once. The player positions are: goalkeeper. This is a player who will be in goal and is able to use their hands. They will be responsible for stopping shots from the other team and trying to make sure they keep a clean sheet, which is where you don't allow the other team to score. The goalkeeper will be in every formation or team, no matter what, because they're essential. And they'll be at the very beginning of the team at the start, at the very back. Centre-backs. This is either 2 or 3 players who will be in front of the goalkeeper and who do their best to try and disallow the attackers any opportunities in front of goal. They will do this by tackling them, intercepting passes to strikers, winning headers against them, and also blocking shots. Furthermore, they are used a lot when trying to play the ball out from the back and work their way up the pitch. Fullbacks and wingbacks. A fullback or a wingback is someone who will play as a member of the defence, but there is a slight difference between the two. Fullbacks will be used when a formation involves 2 centre-backs. This means they will predominantly be a defender, although they may go forward and attack sometimes, but their main duty is to defend and to help to earn a clean sheet. However, a wingback is used in a formation that involves 3 centre-backs, and will usually favour neither attacking or defending, and will try to do both effectively. This is because there are 3 centre-backs instead of 2, and therefore they can go forward more as there is that extra centre-back and that extra protection. This means that this position requires a player of very good cardiovascular endurance, as it involves a lot of running and they must enjoy both attacking and defending, so they can give their all to both. Central defensive midfield. In this position, the player will predominantly be in the middle of the pitch, but not too far forward, and they'll just be shielding the defence, trying to intercept passes to the opposition's forwards players, and also trying to be in a position where they can receive the ball and play forward into more attacking areas and players in attacking positions. These players aren't always used as a central midfielder player can cover this position as well as an attacking position if their cardiovascular endurance is good enough. Central midfielder. This position is used in most formations as it is the heart of the team. This is usually one of the most composed players in the team, as they have to pick the ball up in midfield and deliver it forward to the attackers. The midfield area is usually the most compact area in the pitch, and therefore they don't have as much time to think about the pass and to deliver it. This means they must be composed and not panic on the ball, and usually the midfielders are the most technically gifted naturally. Central attacking midfield. This position involves being an attacking option in the midfield that can go and support the attacker, but not have many defensive duties. They tend to have a free role in this position to go and attack and support the forwards by making supporting runs around the strikers. Strikers. These are the main goal scorers of the team. They are in every formation, and every team needs at least one in order to create more chances, meaning they can score more goals. There is usually 1 or 2 strikers, and they have no defensive duties other than to press the opposition defence and put them under pressure so they can't play how they want to. Lastly, wide players on wingers. So these will be out as wide as they can on the pitch, and they'll be trying to push forward an attack to offer width across the pitch to give more options, and they usually are associated with crossing the ball into the box, as they provide that width and they also try to cut inside and score. They can be very effective when you're attacking because they offer another option and you can play through the defence in behind to them as they give that width. Ball out of play. When the ball goes out of play, there is only 3 things that may happen in order to get the ball back in play again. These are throw-ins, corners and goal kicks. Goal kicks happen when the opposition kicks the ball out of play behind your goal. This happens when the opposition shoots wide of the goal, overhits a pass which goes out, and may also misplace a cross. Corners occur when it comes off of one of your own players and goes behind your own goal. The corner is a free cross into the box for the opposition. Corners usually occur from a blocked cross or a shot that is blocked or saved by the keeper. Throw-ins occur when the ball goes out of play on the sideline. Whoever it comes off last before it goes out of play, and then it will be the opposition's ball. Throw-ins are a free throw into the pitch, but opposition players can intercept the throw and try to mark the players in order to stop them from getting it. So it's not a free pass, it's just a free throw. Timing. Football games will last a minimum of 90 minutes. There are 2 halves of 45 minutes, and there may be additional time at the end of the first half and at the end of the second half, although this is usually only in elite football or professional or semi-professional standards. Additional time is added on when there has been time wasted during the game and the playing time has been stopped. Due to the time continuing and not being stopped like in rugby, this time has to be made up at the end of each half. The additional time may come from injuries if it takes a long time to remove a player from the pitch through a serious injury. Substitutions waste time, and also the time it takes for players to take a set piece or a foul. For example, players may disagree with a penalty decision and therefore they may create a big scene which will take time to sort out, which will need to be added on at the end. Scenarios. So the first scenario is a player is offside. This will result in a free kick to the opposition if their player interferes with the play. It is important this is a rule because otherwise players could hang around near the opposition goal, meaning that a long ball will give them a high chance of scoring, as it would just create a one-on-one with the goalkeeper. This would mean the defence would have to be closer to their goal, meaning the game would be too open and it would have no structure. The reason the referee has given this free kick is because the player has made an infringement of the rules by touching the ball whilst being behind the opposition defence when the ball is played. The offside rule is that when the ball is played, the player receiving the ball must be their side of the defence, otherwise their team's side of the defence, otherwise it's classed as being offside and it's a free kick to the opposition. The linesman will determine whether it is offside or not and report back to the referee, who will then stop play and reward the free kick to the other team. The second one is a player passes back to the goalkeeper and he picks it up. This will result in an indirect free kick to the opposition. It is important that this is a rule because otherwise it would be maybe unfair to the opposition. For example, if a team is winning by 1 goal and then in the final minutes of the game they may just keep passing it back to the goalkeeper to pick it up, as you can't get the ball from the goalkeeper's hands, meaning they won't be able to get the ball and score. The referee would give this as an indirect free kick as it is an infringement of the rules, as the rule is that when a player purposely passes it back to the goalkeeper, he must not pick it up or handle it. By picking it up, therefore, it is infringing the rules and therefore the indirect free kick must be given. A player makes a dangerous tackle. This would result in a foul and may result in a red card. It is important this happens because if a player has done it once, and then it's likely they may do it again, meaning that they should be dismissed in order to prevent future risk to opposing players. The referee would have to give this a foul, and possibly a red card, as the player will be infringing the rules of the game by making the dangerous tackle. The rule is that if a player makes a tackle and doesn't win the ball but takes down the man, then it's a free kick or a penalty if it is inside the box. Also, the rule is if the tackle is deemed to be dangerous and seriously endangering the opposing player, then the player must be given a red card and removed from the field of play to stop it happening again, and that's a form of punishment against endangering the other player. So netball. The player positions. So goalkeeper. The goalkeeper is the last person in defence. They are only allowed in the defensive third and the goal circle, and they must protect the goal and try to do their best to stop the opposition goal shooter from scoring. They must collect rebounds if they can, as a goalkeeper is usually the tallest and most physical member of the team, as they will be the hardest to get past and score. Goal defence. The goal defence can also go in the defensive third and the goal circle, but, unlike the goalkeeper, they can also go into the centre third. They will work with the goalkeeper to try and stop the opposition from scoring, and will also be the one to try and get the ball out of the defensive third and out of danger. They should try to mark the goal attack and give them no opportunities. Wing defence. The wing defence can go into the defensive third and the centre third like the goal defence, but it can't go into the goal circle. This means that they can't directly block shots, but they can try to stop them from happening, as their job is to try and intercept passes into the opposition attackers, and then if they do so, they should try and get the ball up the court as quickly as possible to start a counter-attack. As well as this, their job will be to mark the wing attack on the opposing team. Centre. The centre has the freedom to move throughout the whole court, but they aren't allowed in either of the goal circles. This means that they should be helping out in defence and attack, meaning their cardiovascular endurance should be good, as they will need to do a lot of running in order to accomplish this. They may make forward passes into the attackers in the goal circle to try and create opportunities to score as well as helping out with defensive duties. As well as this, the centres will take their restarts by making a pass from the centre circle. They should mark the opposition centre to try and stop them from creating chances and to take them out of the game so they can't have any impact. Wing attack. The wing attack is the main playmaker in the netball teams. They should try to create as many chances to score as possible by playing passes into the shooters in the goal circle so that they can have an attempt at scoring. The wing attack can move around in the centre and the attacking third, but they can't go into the defensive third or the goal circles. They must have good passing skills in order to make the passes to cut through the defence, and they must have good footwork so they can open up the play quickly and make passes around the court quickly. Goal attack. The goal attack's job is to set up and score goals. They can go into the centre third, the attacking third and the goal circle, but they can't go into the defensive third. They will try to feed the main attacker, who is the goal shooter, but if the goal shooter is marked, then the goal attack can have a shot themselves and try and score. This means that they must have both strong shooting and passing skills. Goal shooter. The goal shooter's main job is to score goals. They are allowed in the attacking third and the goal circle, but they are allowed nowhere else. This means that they act as the target man of the team, and they are the main attacker, as at times they may be the only attacker in the attacking third. They must have good shooting skills, as if they get a chance they should always be looking to score, as any misses could cost them the game. They must react quickly to rebounds, as that can create a chance for them to score, and the goal shooter is often one of the tallest players, as that means they are closer to the hoop and have a better chance of scoring every time. Ball out of play. When the ball goes out of play on the sidelines, it is a free pass to the opposition if it comes off your own player, whereas if it comes off the opposition, it will be your pass. A player that is allowed in that third must take it, as players are only allowed in specific areas of the pitch. The free pass on the sideline usually occurs when a player blocks a pass. If the ball goes out behind the goal, then it is a free pass from the goal line. The attacking team usually get a free pass from this position through a block shot, whereas the defending team usually get a free pass through a miss shot from one of the opposition attackers, or also maybe a miss pass. Scoring. Netball is scored using a 1-point system. Every time a team gets, like football or other things, every time a team gets the ball in the net, a point is given to that team as a goal. Due to the amount of time in a game, the score tends to be quite high at the end. Timing. A netball game lasts an hour long. It is split into 15-minute quarters, and there is a 3-minute break between the first and second, and third and fourth quarters. The half-time break between the second and third quarter is a 5-minute break, as it is a bit longer because it's the half